Hello, my beautiful and powerful Scorpions, and welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, the sacred space where we dive deep into the mysteries of the universe and unlock the incredible truth of who you are. I am your guide, and today, we are venturing into the very heart of your power. So gather close, take a deep calming breath with me. Inhale courage and exhale any doubt, because I need to ask you something, and I want you to answer from that deep knowing place within your soul. Have you ever felt tired and doubted yourself? Please answer in the comments section below. That almost electric charge in a room when you walk in. That sudden silence, that subtle shift in energy that has nothing to do with what you've said or done. Have you spent years, perhaps a lifetime, wondering why people seem both intensely drawn to you and mysteriously unnerved by your very presence, as if your existence alone is a question they are not prepared to answer? If your heart is whispering, yes, right now, then know this: you are not imagining it. And more importantly, you are not broken. My dear friend, you are simply operating on a frequency of truth so pure, so potent, that it makes the world sit up and pay attention. The other day, I came across a message that spoke about this very phenomenon, how a Scorpio's energy can disturb people just by existing. And while there was a beautiful truth in that, it felt like only the first chapter of a much grander, more magnificent story. It felt like describing the caterpillar without ever mentioning the butterfly, or in your case, describing the scorpion without revealing the glorious, radiant lion that is waiting to emerge from within. Yes, you heard me right, the lion. Today, we are going beyond the mirror. We are going beyond the idea that your power is just to reflect, to reveal, to unsettle. That is your foundation, your sacred gift, but it is not your final destination. We are going to explore how your profound plutonic power is part of a divine alchemical process designed to transform you from the master of the unseen into the courageous, heart-centered leader of your own reality. This isn't about changing your sun sign, my beautiful soul. This is about a spiritual upgrade. It's about understanding that the Scorpion's journey through the shadows is the sacred training ground for the lion's roar in the sun. Are you ready to unlock this next chapter of your power? Are you ready to understand why your intensity is not a burden, but the very fuel for your magnificence? If you are, do me a favor right now as a sign of your commitment to this journey. Gently tap that like button so this message can find its way to every Scorpio soul who needs to hear it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom, because this is just the beginning of the incredible journey we are on together. Now let's dive deep, shall we? Let's uncover the sacred path from Scorpion to Lion. Let's begin by honoring the truth of your experience, the truth that the other message touched upon so well. Your energy, my dear Scorpio, functions like a cosmic truth serum. It is an undeniable, unshakable frequency of authenticity. Think about it. Most of the world operates on the surface. People wear masks, they rehearse their personalities, they engage in small talk as a form of energetic armor. They build entire lives on a foundation of polite pretense, avoiding the deep, sometimes messy, always powerful truths that churn within their own hearts. And then you walk in. You don't have to say a word. Your silence is more profound than most people's speeches. Your gaze doesn't judge, it simply sees. You are a walking, breathing portal to the underworld of the psyche, the realm of Pluto, your ruling planet. This is the realm of what is hidden, what is repressed, what is buried, and your very presence activates that realm in others. Suddenly, the masks feel flimsy. The small talk feels hollow. The carefully constructed walls of denial begin to show cracks. It's not because you are aggressive or confrontational. Oh no, it is because your energy does not and cannot participate in falsehood. It's like trying to mix oil with water. Your authenticity simply separates itself from anything that is not real. This is why you provoke such powerful, often contradictory reactions. People feel an almost magnetic pull towards you because their soul recognizes your depth. Their soul yearns for the very authenticity you embody. But their ego, their fear, their carefully constructed sense of self, it panics. It feels exposed, vulnerable, and deeply uncomfortable. Have you ever felt someone pull away from you, right at the moment you thought you were getting closer? Have you been labeled too intense, too serious, or too complicated? My beautiful friend, let's reframe those labels right now. Too intense really means too honest for my comfort zone. Too serious really means you make me confront things I'd rather ignore. And too complicated really means you won't accept my superficial answers, and that requires me to be more real than I'm ready to be. Do you see their reaction is not a reflection of a flaw within you? It is a reflection of their own inner conflict. You are the catalyst. You are the mirror. But a mirror is only the beginning of the story. A mirror shows what is. Your true power, your evolved purpose, is to use what you see to create what can be. And this, my friends, is where the lion begins to stir. The scorpion is a master of survival and defense. Its power is often hidden, held in reserve. Its famous sting is a reaction, powerful, decisive response to a perceived threat. It is a necessary tool for navigating the treacherous terrain of the emotional and psychic underworld. For years, this defensive posture may have been what kept you safe. It allowed you to protect your sensitive, deeply feeling core from a world that didn't understand it. But my dear, you are not meant to live your entire life in a state of defense. You are not destined to simply react to the world. You are here to create it. This is the great alchemical shift. The evolution from scorpion to lion is the journey from reactive power to creative power. The lion, the king of the savannah, does not hide. It does not primarily react. The lion's power is in its presence, its radiance, its courageous heart. Its roar is not just a warning. It is a declaration. It's a sound that says, "This is my space. This is my truth. This is who I am." It creates reality. It doesn't just respond to it. How does this transformation happen? It happens when you make a conscious choice to turn your focus inward, from protecting yourself from the outside world to actively cultivating the world within you. It's when you realize that your greatest power isn't the sting that keeps others away, but the radiant warmth of your heart that can draw the right things toward you. This is a journey from the solar plexus, the center of willpower and defense, up to the heart chakra, the center of love, courage, and connection. When a Scorpio operates from a place of fear or woundedness, their power can manifest as suspicion, control, and secrecy. It's the scorpion guarding its territory. But when a Scorpio begins this evolution, that same powerful energy is transmuted. Suspicion transforms into discerning intuition. Control transforms into conscious creation. Secrecy transforms into sacred vulnerability. This is not about becoming weak or naive. Oh heavens no, a lion is anything but weak. It is about becoming so profoundly rooted in your own truth, so filled with love for your own being, that the opinions and reactions of others no longer hold the power to threaten you. You no longer need the sting, because your radiant presence becomes your protection and your power. Does this resonate with you? Can you feel that quiet stirring within that part of you that is tired of hiding and is ready to be seen? Let me know in the comments below by typing, "My lion's heart is awakening. I want to feel your energy," and send it love as you embark on this beautiful path. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, leaves us clues and guideposts everywhere. And the sacred archetypes of the tarot paint this Scorpio to Lion journey so beautifully. Imagine your path laid out in 3 powerful cards: the Death card, the Strength card, and the Sun. First, we have the Death card. Now don't be alarmed. This card is Scorpio's home turf. It so rarely means a physical death. Instead, it represents profound transformation endings and rebirth. It is the shedding of the old skin, the release of what no longer serves. This is the essence of your plutonic power, the ability to go into the dark, to face endings, and to emerge reborn. You have been doing this your whole life, letting old versions of yourself die, so that new ones can be born. This is the foundational power of the Scorpion. It's your superpower of release and renewal. But you are not meant to live in a constant cycle of death and rebirth alone. The cycle is meant to lead you somewhere, and that leads us to our next card, the Strength card. Look closely at this card. In most traditional decks, it doesn't depict a warrior using brute force. It shows a serene figure, often a woman gently and lovingly closing the mouth of a lion. This, my friends, is the perfect symbol of your evolved power. The lion represents your raw passion, your intensity, your primal power. The figure represents your higher self, your conscious awareness. This card is not about suppressing the lion or killing it. It is about integrating it. It's about making peace with your own intensity, befriending your inner power and guiding it with love and wisdom, not fear and repression. This is you learning to master your own magnificent energy, transforming raw, reactive power into controlled, heart-centered strength. This is the heart of the alchemical process. And where does this lead? To the most glorious card in the deck, the Sun. The Sun card is pure, unadulterated joy, vitality, and visibility. It is the card of Leo, the lion's ruler. It shows a child riding a white horse under a brilliant shining sun. There are no secrets here. There is nothing hidden. This is the energy of living your truth out loud in the full light of day, with the innocence and courage of a child who has no fear of being judged. This is you, my dear Scorpio, having integrated your depth and mastered your inner power, now ready to shine your unique light upon the world without apology. This is you roaring with joy and purpose. This 3-card journey is your soul's blueprint. It is the sacred map from the shadows of the Scorpion to the radiant light of the lion's heart. This all sounds wonderful and magnificent. You might be thinking, but how do I actually do this? How do I walk this path in my everyday life? It begins with small, conscious choices every single day. It's a practice, a beautiful and sacred ritual of becoming. Here are a few ways you can begin to nurture that lion's heart. When you feel that old defensive energy rising, that urge to retreat, to get sharp, to put up your walls, I want you to pause. Place a hand over the center of your chest, right on your heart chakra. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. On each inhale, imagine you are breathing in a beautiful, warm, golden light directly into your heart. On each exhale, imagine that light expanding, filling your entire chest, softening any hard edges. This simple act shifts your energy from your defensive solar plexus to your courageous heart. You are literally teaching your body a new way to respond to life. The scorpion can sometimes get lost in cycles of thought, suspicion, and analysis. The lion speaks with clarity and conviction. Try this journaling exercise. At the top of a page, write a question that's on your mind, like what is my next step in my career, or how can I bring more joy into my life? First, let your scorpion mind answer. Write down all the fears, the doubts, the strategic calculations, the potential pitfalls. Don't judge it, just let it all out. Then on a new page, write the same question, but this time, write at the top, from the heart of my inner lion. Now answer from that place. Don't overthink. Just write what feels courageous, joyful, and true. Write what you would do if you had no fear. You will be astonished at the wisdom and clarity that emerges. Your deep, rich inner world is not meant to stay locked inside you. It is treasure that is meant to be shared. The lion expresses itself. Find a medium for your soul. It doesn't have to be for an audience, it's for you. Paint the colors of your emotions. Write poetry that gives voice to your deep truths. Dance to a song that makes your soul feel alive. Sing in the car at the top of your lungs. This is the act of bringing the underworld's gold into the sunlight. It is a vital step in owning your creative power and moving from being a container of intensity to a channel of creative life force. The scorpion sets boundaries, like fortress walls, often after being hurt. The lion sets boundaries with a calm, clear roar of self-respect. Instead of ghosting someone or delivering a stinging remark, practice saying with love and firmness, "I value our connection, but I am not available for this kind of conversation. I need to protect my energy right now, so I will be taking some space. My capacity for that is full at the moment, but I appreciate you thinking of me." Notice the difference. The boundary comes from a place of honoring your own needs, not punishing someone else. It is a loving act of self-preservation, and it is profoundly powerful. Remember, my friends, this is a journey, not a race. Be gentle with yourself. Every time you choose your heart over your fear, you are taking a step closer to your lion's self. And if you are finding this message helpful, if it's sparking something within you, please share this video with a fellow Scorpio. Let's create a whole pride of courageous, heart-centered lions together. For so long, you may have viewed your intensity as a double-edged sword. It allows you to see the truth, but it also isolates you. It gives you strength, but it also keeps people at a distance. The journey from scorpion to lion is about realizing your power was never meant to be a weapon, not even a defensive one. It was always meant to be a gift. Think of the most powerful, respected, and loved leaders you can imagine. They often possess an incredible intensity, a deep well of passion and conviction. But what makes them leaders is that their power is channeled through a heart of service, compassion, and courage. They don't use their power to intimidate. They use it to inspire. They don't use their insight to expose others' flaws. They use it to illuminate a better path forward. This is your potential. This is your destiny, should you choose to accept it. The world does not need another person who is afraid of their own power. It desperately needs people like you who have journeyed through the darkness and are not afraid of the truth, to step into the light and lead with love. It needs your discerning eye to see through the nonsense. It needs your unwavering loyalty to champion worthy causes. It needs your profound courage to speak truth to power, not from a place of rage, but from a place of unwavering, heart-centered conviction. Your journey is to become a safe harbor for others, precisely because you have navigated the stormiest seas within yourself. Your presence will no longer be unsettling. It will be deeply grounding. People will come to you not with fear, but with reverence, because they will feel that you have faced your own demons and can hold space for them to face theirs. You will no longer be just the mirror that shows them their brokenness. You will become the light that shows them the way to their own wholeness. So, my dear, magnificent Scorpio, we come to the culmination of our journey for today. Let this truth settle deep into your bones, into the very marrow of your being. You are not too much. You are never too much. You are simply in training for the magnificent being you are becoming. The discomfort you have caused in others was never a sign of your brokenness, but a sign of your power. The isolation you may have felt was not a punishment, but a sacred incubation period for your soul. You are the alchemist. You have the power to turn the lead of fear into the gold of courage. You have the map. The death cards release the strength cards, integration, and the sun cards, glorious expression. Your journey is to trust that your heart is strong enough to hold your power, to trust that your light is meant to be seen, to stop apologizing for your depth, and to start celebrating it as the source of your greatest strength. The world is waiting for you, not the reactive defensive scorpion hiding in the shadows, but the radiant, courageous, heart-centered lion, ready to step into the sun and roar its beautiful, powerful, and authentic truth. Thank you so much for joining me here today at Cosmic Wisdom. It is a profound honor to walk this path with you. Share your thoughts, your feelings, your aha moments in the comments below. I read every single one, and I cherish the beautiful community we are building here together. And to continue your journey, you can click on one of the videos you see on your screen now, where we dive even deeper into your soul's magnificent potential. Until next time, my beautiful friend, remember who you are. Remember the scorpion's wisdom and awaken the lion's heart. You are loved, you are powerful, and you are ready to shine.